could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, your check as I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill, no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression, You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they're scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight.
Hello, everybody, and welcome in. How are we all doing tonight? Chat is popping off already. We'll get to all that in just a minute. We're just slightly behind schedule here today, so let's see if we can get it all in the nick of time. All right, 5 minutes to qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in. It's Wednesday night, and on the screen in front of you is last night's graphics. So let's do a little streamer magic here really quick. There we go. All right. Look at us go. All right. So, our Pro-Am division in blue this season, ladies and gentlemen. That'll probably stay true to Hey, let's go, says Miss Devious. Welcome in. So, round two. Italy, Lego Maggiore, our Pro-Am division. They definitely stole the show last week in the season openers here at St. Croix B. So, let's see if they got what it takes to put on the show that those pro drivers last evening put on. Oh boy, that is some big shoes to fill, but we got a full grid. Got a new driver. It's going to be fun. So, 40-minute race. Going to be started off with a 15-minute qualifying run. The mandatory tire tonight, ladies and gentlemen, here is that racing hard tire. The pit window is at the end of lap 4. So, wheel malfunction. Sort it out. You got time. Let me know when you're ready and hit a R in the chat when you're good, Joe, or let me know in the chat. Pit window is at the end of lap 4. So at the end of lap 4, the drivers will be then allowed to change tires and take fuel. However, if the drivers have damage, they need to fix that damage. They are allowed to pit within that pit window to fix damage only. Weather conditions here on track today again are S12 conditions, late morning with a times 10 multiplier. So it should be fairly decent conditions out here today, of course, at Maggiore. Let's keep going here. We got lots of information to rip through here today. All right, you still with me, chat? We're still good? All right, we're still good. Welcome in, everybody. We appreciate you. We'll get back to you guys, the viewers, in just a second here. All right, race details, ladies and gentlemen. It is 5 times tire wear. It is 3 times fuel consumption. So every time these drivers go one time around the racetrack, they're using 5 laps of tires and 3 laps worth of fuel. BOP is on, which means balance of performance. No tuning allowed. It is traction control and ABS. They're the only things that these drivers are allowed to use for assists. Heavy damage model. Track edge is real. Slipstream is real. We have penalties on weak for track limits. Pit line penalties are turned on, and all flag rules, of course, do apply. When we start the race, it will be a grid start with a false start check. It is a refill fuel rate of 5 liters per second. It is a race for real conditions, and the mandatory tire, which is the racing hard tonight, must be used for 1 full circuit lap. That does not include the out lap or the in lap. So if you take the hard tire, that means you have an out lap, and then you have to run another lap around for that tire to count as the mandatory tire compound being used properly here in the series. So the drivers need to consider that, of course, when it comes into their strategies. All right, so you can see Maggiore here on the screen in front of us, ladies and gentlemen. Just a little walkthrough here. And we have a track map, but I don't think we have time to go through that here right now, as I got to get this race underway in just a couple of minutes. So let's talk about what we should see here tonight. We're going to see lots of action here. Maggiore is a very technical circuit, but it has lots of wide lanes on it, and there's ample passing opportunities if a driver makes a mistake. Seen that lots with the pro drivers last night. It was spicy. It was absolutely spicy. So I mean, what else can we say for that? We got Jason coming in with that thumbs up. We got DDR Hulky coming in with the thumbs up. We got Cody and Joe coming in with those thumbs up as well. We appreciate y'all. We got Miss Devious over on YouTube there as well. We're just going to go check on the streams. We got multiple shares coming in from Jason and Hulky as well. Absolute legend. This is, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate that extra support. Paul coming in with that heart on the stream. All right, we're just refreshing some screens, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to reset this lobby, and we're going to kick this thing off. Are we ready tonight? What do you guys think? You think the Pro-Am's got what it takes to put on a better show than that Pro Lobby last night? I mean, right now, currently, we're missing half the heat of the show here with the amazing D.90. We may or may not see him here tonight, but he definitely always adds a little sugar and spice to every broadcast when you got him in the comments box, ladies and gentlemen. So much love to him. Let's go, says LJ. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to reset that lobby. Come on, drivers. Stop checking in. Stop checking in. I got to reset it twice. I should have covered this in the driver's briefing. There we go. All right. Now we're ready to go. All right. Lobby's reset, ladies and gentlemen. So qualifying is going to start here right away. All right. Appreciate you, Joe. Thanks, buddy. All right. It is time to qualify, so let's get these drivers ready, and then we're going to flip you over to the big screen. Just bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. It's hard commentating and hosting here, so I have to put the mic, unfortunately, away where you can't hear me. So just bear with me, and then we'll talk a little bit what's happening here in qualifying for our Pro-Ams this week. All right, so we just put the word out. So we're just going to let the drivers check in, make sure we're all good to go. I don't want to hit that ready button and one of the drivers is off taking a tinkle time or something silly like that. You know, we want to make sure everybody gets that fair opportunity, of course, to get full qualifying time in. We got a big grid here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Every driver on track here tonight. We had to lose a cut. We had a couple drivers have to step out of the series here for real life reasons. It happens, but we also had a new driver just come in and qualify. And this driver really is on the cusp of being a pro tier driver here in the series. So he's going to add some spice to this Pro-Am lobby already. I mean, it's already spicy enough. Hey, ooh, Ghost Viper, I'm watching. He says he's casting this to TV tonight. We on the big screen, chat, in the Legends house. I'm honored, my man. I am honored. All right, I think we're all ready to go here, Chad. These drivers sure look fired up here. We got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Pretty close. All right, well, it is qualifying time, so let's get qualifying. Big screen time, chat. You ready for the big screen? Big screen time. Boop-boop. Huge shout out to Hyper Graphics, supplying all the visuals here on the stream for us, with the exception, of course, of those beautiful track maps provided by Miss Devious. We'll get into that a little bit later in the broadcast. Maybe. We'll see how much action there is on the racetrack here tonight. So, it is qualifying time. It's going to be a 15-minute qualifier. You can see the camera crews getting some last-minute shots here while these drivers are coming out, and it looks like it's going to be CB Matt coming out first here to lead the pack away in qualifying tonight. So, Egon is going to be right tucked up in behind him. We're going to see a different combination of cars here like we saw at last night's race as well. So I'm just going to make sure everything's sounding tipsy-toopsy and make sure we're good to go. And I don't believe DDOT is going to be joining us here tonight, so here we go. Qualifying is underway. Huge shout out to DMJ Vroom Room, of course, the presenters of the series here, the amazing group that passes this down to us here in North America to present to the drivers. LWR Designs, DDR Racing, WPR Hot Laps, of course, and I am your host for the GT45 Gaming, so welcome in, and let's get to some racing. I mean, it's qualifying time here. I was excited all day long for this race as a broadcaster. I mean, when you get such a good race that we got out of those pros last night, you only know that the Pro-Ams are bringing it tenfold tonight as well. So it's going to be juicy, chat. It's going to be juicy, without a question of doubt. All right, so outlap here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get some proper information up too. We're slacking. Say, Ghost, where's our info? I didn't drop the banner last night for you guys. I do apologize. We'll make sure we get to that tonight too. We are slacking here, I tell you, right, chat? All right, so here we go. CB Mad here on the run. Let's get it going here. And he just come around Aurora there right now. So as they're coming in here, I can't remember what this is called. See, already I'm slacking, chat. I'm slacking. Gonna get this. I've been practicing these corner names for like half the day today too. You know, when the pressure's on, I buckle. Look at that, right? Go figure. I just gotta find it. Give me a second. I need my digital cheat sheet. That's all there is to it. He's coming down into Sleepy Hollow here right now. So final corner is called. We're calling Sleepy Hollow here, ladies and gentlemen. Aha! That's me, my cheat sheet. All right, rock and roll. Let's get the cheating, shall we? All right, onboard lap with VP Matt. Last week's winners are coming into turns 1 and 2 here, ladies and gentlemen. We're calling this Ascari and then the hairpin. So he just came through Ascari as we come into the hairpin, and I mean it is a hairpin. So fittingly named. We're going to be coming around here, going to move over to the right-hand side. That's going to take us up into Meadow. Sweeping little corner here. That takes us into our next corner here. Sorry, that was Crossroads. This is Meadow right here, and then it takes us down this super long run called Tungsten. So the Tungsten Straight, fairly long run here. These cars really get to wind out a little bit. That's going to take us up into the mountain base, and this is a very tricky corner. It really eats up tires. You want to just get a little bit of apex, let the car float out, get on the power as early as you can, but don't slide the car up the hill. So here we go. Now we're coming up into the Cappuccino S's here, ladies and gentlemen. This is an uphill S sector, and well, we'll see. The pros really utilize what this track has available for track limits here. Let's see if the Pro-Am's going to do much of the same thing. And then this leads us up into these two little kinks, which we're calling Espresso, and then that takes us into another long straightaway, which we're calling Palladium here, ladies and gentlemen. So coming down Palladium here right now. And that takes us into this huge, fun, high-speed, sweeping corner. We're calling this Aurora. So coming around looking for a late apex here. Ooh, a little bit of an early late apex there. He cost himself a little bit of time on exit there, but still a pretty good corner. And then that takes us up into Cork Oaks right here, ladies and gentlemen, the first part of this S sector, and then Sparrow. And then that leads us into just the final few corners of our lap here. So we're coming into Colina right now, and this is a double hairpin, but it's a two-part corner. That takes us up into Plateau Curve. This is this corner right here. Got a little bit wide, but that's all right. Stay on the power as we come through Chariot right here. And then that takes us back around. And then we come into, again, that final corner, Sleepy Hollow, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see what these times are as these drivers start putting them down. So CB Matt, last week's winner. See what he's got. Egon very close in behind him here. It's at 155 from Matt. Egon going to take pole position. Superman's going to come through. He's going to take P2. Let's see what Bandit's got as he's comes around here. And you can see the pack is really spread out here today for qualifying. So guys, be impatient. They just want some clean air to run in here. Let's see what Bandit's got as he comes around here. And a little bit off on this lap, but he's going to go back around. He's got a car catching in on him here as well. Going to stay in fourth. We got Chip going up into P4 there. That was just in behind Bandit. We got Heathen just going through there as well. They're a little all out of order at the moment. Miguel's going to go up into P4. Where's Ridge? Ridge is coming through. He's in that Z4. ATB is going to go, I don't know where ATB went. Ridge Rider goes P5. ATB stays in P8. We got Heathen coming around. He's just coming through Sleepy Hollow here right now. Let's see what Heathen's got as he comes around. The live timing is really messing with me here today, Chad. I think the track officials are having fun with this. P5 for Heathen. We got Vegas Paul coming around. He's going to stay in 10th. We got a new driver, Sol Invictus here, ladies and gentlemen. On the screen here, and he was quick in qualifying. We just qualified this driver just a couple hours ago here for the series, so welcome to DMJ North America. He's got a penalty here. That'll be a nil and void VAP for him, and he's a quick driver, so these Pro-Ams are going to have to watch out for him. He's coming in one race behind, but lots of time for that driver to still win himself a championship here. ATK Death, he was one of our podium finishers last week there in second place as well. He had a great drive last week. We got Scott Arthur, Vic, Ghost Viper coming in with those thumbs up as well. Let's go Apex, show up and show out, boys, says Payme. ATK Death as he's coming through Colina and Plateau Curve here right now, heading into Chariot. And that means one corner, chat. That's right, we head ourselves into Sleepy Hollow. So you see Pete Snow sitting in pit lane there. Pete Snow is serving a qualifying ban based off Stewart decision here tonight, so he will start at the back of the grid here tonight. Let's see what Death has as he comes around here. And it is going to stay P12 here currently right now. Egon up in pole. CB's going to take it back away from Egon on that lap. Superman, let's see what he's got as he comes back around here. It's going to stay P3. We have Miguel now here as well. Let's see what Miguel has. We have another orange car of ATB, I believe, up ahead of him. Let's jump on board with ATB here. Let's see what ATB has as he comes around. How you doing, John? How we all doing tonight? Love everybody coming in. Scott Arthur, John coming in with those thumbs up on the stream as well. We appreciate y'all. Welcome in on YouTube as well. We see y'all over there. Larry over there hanging out. We got Rockefeller Racing in the house too. Yo, what is up? Rockefeller Racing. ATB's going to go P4. Let's see what he's got with Miguel. Miguel's going to go P2. Oh boy, it is on like Donkey Kong tonight, ladies and gentlemen. These Pro-Ams are looking spicy. We're going to go check these splits out here real soon. We'll give them another couple laps here to start locking in, and we're going to see where all these drivers sit as far as that tense gap goes in between each one. But let's get a couple more drivers through here on their second laps. Heathen's on a decent lap here. It's 57 for Heathen. Not good enough to move him up. We got Vegas here in P8 right now. And he's coming around that second corner there, the hairpin. So here we go as we come into corner 3. Still can't quite remember them all off the top of my head, ladies and gentlemen, but we sure try it. We sure try it. All right. Ooh, a little bit of a spin there from Vegas Paul. Who else we got here? We got Bandit and Chip Reese here, and they're both, where are we at here on the track? We're getting very close here to the end of the sector, so let's stick with these two here as they come through. 9th and 10th place driver. Bandit goes really wide, coming through the corners here. Petey coming in with that like and that share. We love you, Petey. Much love, brother. Watch out for Pete Snow, ladies and gentlemen. Just because he's coming from the back of that pack tonight does not mean this guy cannot win this race. He is a class driver. He can definitely pick this field apart, so it's going to be interesting to see what kind of strategy he plays out here tonight. Chip Reese, Bandit, we got ATK Death. 13 of our 14 registered drivers in here. I think we have another one also. I Am Speed. You know it, buddy. You got it. Go get him, Petey. You can do it, Death. Hey, how you doing, John? And nice little inside move there between these two drivers. So Matt and Egon are just chilling. Matt's just going to give him some space here. He doesn't want to have to worry about that. So unfortunately for those two drivers, that might have cost them both their qualifying laps. Superman's still sitting in 4th there with Miguel in 3rd. ATB is in 5th, and he's in behind Heathen here now. So let's talk about ATB. You see something a little bit different, ladies and gentlemen? Tell me if you see something a little bit different this week here on the car of ATB. Apex Racing Team just recently acquiring ATB here on the Apex Racing Team. So another driver coming from DMJ over to the Apex Racing Team. So congratulations to ATB for joining the Apex Racing Group. We got Ridge Raider here from Flying Fox Racing, another great racing organization here. We got Chip spun out at the end of the first corner into the hairpin there out of Ascari, so he's just letting that, of course, doing the right thing, giving Ridge Raider away, make sure he doesn't get in the way of that hot lap. So these drivers are on it here tonight. So Invictus, he's quiet, just wait for this driver. He hasn't had a lot of practice tonight, so tonight might be a little tough to really determine what kind of pace this guy has here tonight, but I do expect to see this guy be a competitor here in the Pro-Am division and really start to push maybe the podium finishers here. He was quick in qualifying, so these Pro-Am guys got a new challenger up in the marks here. ATK Death moved himself up in the 9th. He's in here in 10th. We got Chip in 11th, Bandit in 12th. Let's see, looks like Bandit was moving a little bit slow here, and CB Matt still putting down purple times here as he's coming around. We still have 5.5 minutes remaining in qualifying. We're going to see at least 3 more laps out of these drivers yet, ladies and gentlemen. So they're flying tonight. There we go. So Invictus just set a new record there too, going up into P4. So we were just talking about him. And there he goes, jumping himself up into the top half of the grid here in qualifying. We're going to stay on board with Matt here as he comes around again. Last week's winner here from VPR Racing. Another great team there. They got lots of drivers here in this Pro-Am division this season as well. So it's going to be some spicy racing here this season. 56.7 there from Matt. Let's see what Egon has as he comes around here. Egon just went around. Miguel's going to stay in 3rd. Soul in 4th. We got Superman. He's just going through turns 1 and 2 here. He doesn't get any gains there. We got Chip Reese and ATB. Coming about midway through, we got Vegas Paul. Let's stick with Vegas Paul here as he's coming into clean and plateau curve right now. So again, you really got to utilize the apex, sweep it out to the other curb, get back into the apex here. You can get on the power a lot earlier than you'd actually think, and I think that's where some of these drivers struggle with Maggiore. You can actually get on the power quite early on a plateau curve heading into Chariot, and then just get the car to rotate here and just coast it through and just maintain that speed, of course, that carrying speed downhill and back on the throttle when the car is stable. And I mean, it leads to a really good lap here around Maggiore. Paul going up into P7. That was a good lap there from Paul. Who's our next one coming around here? These two right here. We got Egon, and I'm not sure who it is in front of Egon here. It looks like it's ATK Death in front of Egon here, so we'll see what these two got. Kilty, my guy, we love you, brother. Coming in with that like and that share. Hope you are well, my guy. Hope you are well. Sending you lots of love, my dude. Egon here in 2nd place right now, and Egon, he had a great race in round 1. Let's go, boys, says Kilty. Hey, CB Matt, though, 6/10 kill. Egon here, we're just going to stick with these two as they're coming across here right now. They're just getting up into the juicies of the racetrack here, clean and plateau curve for Chariot, so we're going to stick with these two here. We got Polymath set a new record of 53. Oh, was that a 53 we just saw? And that is pole position right there, ladies and gentlemen. That was a lap. I told you we need to watch out for this guy. And he's starting to show it already here. So, ooh, boy's cooking. The boy's cooking. ATK Death and Egon both coming through here. Let's see what happens. Egon stays P3, whereas Death is still in P9, but it is Soul Invictus now in pole position here. Newcomer coming in. I said this driver was quick. A little bit of a bobble in qualifying here today. Otherwise, he would have ended up in that Pro Division lobby right at the bottom end of the bubble there. So, got to watch out for this guy. Got to watch out. Gusco Bandit says Misdevious Redemption Race for Superman. Get in there. I'll be happy with the top 10 finish tonight. You'll get it, Petey. I have faith, my guy. I have faith. All right, so Soul Invictus now our new pole sitter here. Looks like Matt's still flying here. We got 12 minutes in. We still got 2.5 minutes qualifying, so a couple more laps yet. Matt's down almost 0.6 of a second to our new pole sitter, Soul Invictus, right now. We had, I think, ATK Death make a mistake up in front there. Egon sitting in 30s, 4/10 behind him. We got 3/10 between him and Miguel. We got ATB is 3/10 off of Miguel, and then it's only 7/100 separating him and Vegas Paul. It's only 8/100 separating him and Superman. It's only 2/10 separating him and Ridge, 2/10 him and Death, 8/10 from him and Heathen, and then there's a little bit of a gap between the back part of the pack. Bandit hasn't gotten a registered lap in here yet, so we'll have to see once he gets an actual valid lap in. That is going to change his position potentially, but a 53.457 coming from Soul Invictus. And oh boy, Chad, we got a new speedy guy up in this Pro-Am division here, and that is only about 1.2 seconds off our fastest qualifying time in that Pro division last week. So we're definitely keeping a close watch on what's happening here today at 54 as he comes around that time. CB Matt, his best time is a 54.026, and that just goes to show that how close the Pro-Am to that Pro Division really is, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot count and discount a Pro-Am lobby. I say it every single time that we do a Pro-Am lobby. The Pro-Am lobby 9 times out of 10 steals the show. I don't know. It just seems like there'd be a closer split, and they're just hungrier. They're hungrier drivers than those top split drivers, and they really give it everything they've got. And we're seeing that here. We're definitely seeing that here. We got Superman and Miguel coming through. Superman goes up into 8th. Miguel stays in 4th. We got, a little bit of a lag spike there. Not sure what that was about. Monitoring that situation. Let's go VPR, says Merch. How you doing, Merch? Hope you're doing well, my guy. All right. Sorry, Chad, I got distracted by that lag spike. That's the one thing I don't like to see as a host, obviously, of an official league race. I don't like to see those lag spikes. That's just scary business. Scary business. We don't like to see that. Shouldn't be from anybody jumping into the lobby, but you never know. We do have an open spot in the lobby. Maybe it's D-Dot jumped into the lobby. Let's see. Let me go check my goodies. No, it's not. Alright, so we do have an open spot in the lobby, so that could create a problem tonight. Ethan is in the pit. Jake, yeah, Ethan just, I'm not sure. Ethan maybe just said, you know what, let's just get ready for the race here. Let's get locked in. He's going to take a minute, take a deep breath, and zone in for the race here. We're seeing lots of drivers start to come into the pits here now, too, as well. Qualifying's over here now. The ticker's technically done, so what looks like to be just a few drivers left on hot laps here. Let's find the ones that are closest to start finish line. Bandit's going to come through there. It's going to be P12 there for Bandit. Where's Chip at here? He is just coming through the beginning sectors. Heathen's just rolling out of the pit lane. Miguel's coming through these final sectors here right now, so let's stick with Miguel as he's coming through here. And I believe he just came out of Chariot coming into Sleepy Hollow. That is correct here. You're coming into the final corner here for Miguel, so this will be his final run here around. I don't know if he's up or down right now, but it's looking pretty good. 52, 53. It's going to be a 54.97 for Miguel, so still going to be P5 there for Miguel, but a great run there for Miguel. I think it's looking like ATB is going to be our next closest driver here. Alright, so let's stick with ATB. He's only down 8/100s currently right now. Lots of room there to pick up. There's about a second gap between him and the pole sitter right now. 1.4 seconds actually between him and the pole sitter here right now. So let's see what he's got here. And it is a 54. It's a 54.5, so it was an improvement there from ATB. Oh, it's 54.9. 54.9 from ATB. Egon is done. Matt is done. We got flashers on the rest of our guys here. We got Chip on a flyer here, it looks like. Let's see if Chip can improve on his lap here. 59.9 right now is what we're seeing from Chip here. So let's see what Chip's got as he comes around here. It's going to be, looks like it's actually going to be a pretty good improvement here. It's a 58 flat there for Chip, so that was a good improvement, but still 11th place there. Heathen's at a 56.6, so a little bit of a gap and a couple in the backpack. Of course, we have one driver that's going to start in the back of the grid here tonight. Hopefully the game sets it up like that. If not, we'll have to reset the lobby and set the grid manually. I'm off interview first thing in the morning. Got to get them dollars. Hey, absolutely, Kilty. Good luck and all. Go get the podium, bandits. Go get the podium, bandit. Gotcha. Hey, we appreciate you, Kilty. You do what you got to do, my guy. We'll be here when you get back. So it is Soul Invictus here with pole position. CB Matt is 3/4 of a second in behind here. In second place, we got Egon in third. We got ATB in fourth. We got Miguel in fifth. We got Vegas Paul in sixth. We got Superman in seventh. We got Ridge in eighth. We've got Death in ninth. We've got Heathen in 10th. We've got Chip Reese in 11th. We've got Bandit in 12th. And Pete Snow will round out our field here in P13 here today. So we're going to have to make sure the grid gets set properly first. And then once we know that grid is set properly, we'll kick this thing off. So hopefully we don't have to red flag this thing. Hopefully the game just plays nice, like it should. Alright, so qualifying results. Definitely going to take those screenshots. We may need them. It is Soul Invictus, 3/4 of a second faster than CB Matt. We got Egon in third, ATB in fourth, Miguel in fifth, Vegas in sixth, Superman in seventh, Ridge in eighth. In ninth place is ATK's Death. We got Apex Racing's Heathen in 10th, Chip Reese in 11th, Bandit in 12th, and Pete Snow here in 13th. So that's what they're saying our qualifying order is. That's how it should line up. So we shouldn't have any issue there. So drivers will have 2 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, just to check, make sure everything's working and doing what it's supposed to do. We're going to take the extra precaution here to clear our data even right now before we kick this race off. Just like that. It's that simple, ladies and gentlemen. That little task right there, it does amazing things to a lobby. We got 2 readies. We got 3 readies. These drivers are ready to go. Petey Snow's especially fired up. I'm sure he's been sitting there watching these guys fly around this racetrack. He knows what kind of times he's putting it in practice, so I'm sure that he is definitely anxious to go here. If we lose, I think we lost game audio. I'm going to do this real quick, chat. We're going to do it right now, right before we start this thing. We don't want to have to do that right in the middle of a great battle or something crazy like that. Alright, we should be good. We're getting lots of readies here. And these drivers, they ain't messing around. They're ready to race tonight. Look at that, folks. Look at all those R's. We got 1, we got 2, we got 3, we got 4, 5, 6, we got 7, and we got 8. We got 9, we got 10. 10 of the 14 drivers ready to go. That is absolutely great stuff here. 13 drivers, sorry, my bad. Are we missing one? Who are we missing? I feel like we're missing one tonight. Alright, good luck to all. Go get the podiums, bandits. GT45 Gaming, Paul AB in the house. Absolute legend, Paul B is, ladies and gentlemen. So, alright, looks like we're good to go here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give them the warning. "13 drivers checked in. Maggiore round 2. DMJ Vroom Room starts now, ladies and gentlemen. Are we ready? Who's ready to see some racing action tonight? Good luck, fellas. Keep it nice, fast, clean and efficient," says Ghost Viper Gaming. Absolutely well spoken. Let's go. Let's go racing, chat. Let's do it. "40-minute endurance race here, ladies and gentlemen. This is DMJ Vroom Room in North America. This is Choice of Weapons Season 3, Round 2. And I'm your host for the evening, GT45 Gaming. And it all kicks off right here right now. Kick them tires, light them fires. Let's go racing, chat. Let's get it done. We got 4 reds, we got 5 reds. We're waiting for that green. We're waiting. Oh, and we're green, early green here tonight. Let's see if that catches any of the drivers out. It looks like we got a slow start in the back there from Chip Reese. That's going to be a quick position there for Pete Snow. So right off the bat, he is going to grab a quick, early, easy position. CB Matt's going to jump out in front of our pole sitter here, Sol Invictus, and he's going to grab first place very early on in the race here. But Sol Invictus is right back on his bumper. I think we had a little contact there in the mid-pack. Possibly here between some of the drivers. We're just going to make sure that we got a little bit of damage on a couple of the cars here, but everybody is through safe and sound. So here we go. The race is on between CB Matt and Sol Invictus, and immediately these two drivers have just darted up the road. First and second place, they're gone. These guys broke free. They got a great turns 1 and 2, and they absolutely are sending it right now. So Matt in first place. Oh, Sol Invictus was looking for a move there. He got a great run. He got a great big wiggle here. So he is down the road here. Let's see what happens here. We got different tire compounds. We got different cars on the racetrack. This is going to be a battle. Oh, we got Matt going out the track. Great recognition right there. He didn't hit that driver passing. It's going to be Sol Invictus now in the lead. ATV chasing here in third place. This is just the first lap. Egon here in fourth place. Petey all the way up from last to P5 here. He is flying through the racetrack here right now. We got Miguel in P6. We got Superman here in 7th place. We got Ridge in 8th. We've got Vegas in 9th. We've got Death in 10th. We've got Heathen in 11th. We got Chip in 12th. And Bandit here in 13th. So everybody's just kind of sorting themselves out here right now. But it's Sol Invictus here, and he is very quickly moving up the road here, 1.5 seconds from CB Matt. So these two broke free pretty quickly, but it's going to be interesting to see how the strategies work out there now. We got ATB with a little bit of side-to-side lag there, so that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out as cars start to get closer. We'll be keeping our eye on that. 13 drivers on the grid to start this race here today, ladies and gentlemen. And ATB in third place. He was our podium finisher last week, coasting across the finish line in P3, just like his teammate did there actually last night in the pro race as well. Coasted across that finish line and just scavenging his finish there. Egon in fourth place. We got PD all the way up into fifth place. So this driver is on a mission here today. He's like, I didn't need to qualify. Who needs to qualify? It's race time. Let's go. P5 for Pete Snow. We got Miguel right there in 6th. We got Vegas in 7th. So just one position down from his starting position. ATK Death just chilling there right now. He's got Superman and Heathen right there nose to tail as well. Bandit, ooh, just coming around the corner. Almost got it wrong there, but he grabbed her up, threw the anchors down, got that thing to stop. And back up the road he goes. Chip Reese is chasing, and Ridge right here. Ooh, a little bit of front end damage there for Ridge Raider on the front end of that BMW. So like the pro lobby, we're seeing lots of early damage from these drivers here early on in the race. I see you, Guardian, says Payme, who's Sol Invictus here. He is moving 4.4 seconds already around this racetrack here. So he has got the quick lead. He's in that BMW M6 here as well, and he's already got a livery that meets standards. Look at this guy go. We did have somebody jump into the room, so that is what happened here. We have CB Matt here in second place. I apologize to the drivers. ATB here in third place. We've got Egon here in fourth with Pete very, very close behind here. Let's stick with these guys here for a minute. I feel like we're going to see some fighting here. ATB's all right. He's in open air. He's chasing Matt down. But right now, Sol Invictus is absolutely flying up the road here. So it's Egon here in fourth place. We got PD in fifth. We've got Miguel here in sixth place. And this is another driver, too, who hasn't really quite shown everything he's got yet, I don't think, either. We know he's a pretty quick driver. So once he settles in, we got Superman getting it wrong. And oh, my goodness. Heathen just scaving the collection right there, as Superman just got a little too early on the power there, and Heathen watched his teammate just spin a pirouette right around in front of him coming out of Aurora. That is just devastating. Ooh, for Superman, and Bandit getting it wrong right there too, coming out of the final corner. Oh boy, it is kicking off here, ladies and gentlemen. This backpack, here we go. Bandit now tucked in behind Chip Reese. A little bit of damage on that race car. Chip Reese has got a nice clean race car here so far. Ridge Raider's got a little bit of damage. He's managed to find himself around those two. And poor Superman here, he's got some damage as well on this race car. And he's found himself a little bit behind here. But hey, it's early enough in the race. Anything can happen. Strategies can still get these drivers back in this thing. It is only 4 minutes and 20 seconds in, ladies and gentlemen. So here we go. Sol Invictus, and Sol Invictus is driving away with this thing right now. He has a 7.8 second lead very early on here in the race, and him and CB Matt got off really quickly here and gone, but Matt just lost a little bit of pace with him here. But again, we don't know what tires these drivers are on. We don't know what the strategies from these drivers are. We got ATB here in P3. We've got Egon here in P4. We've got PDE going up the inside. Little battle here for 4th and 5th place between Pete Snow and Egon. So here we go, side by side as we come up into the Cappuccino S's. Not an easy thing to do here, ladies and gentlemen, but look at these two go door to door racing, and Petey's going to just squeeze the position out on Egon here as we're coming into Espresso. So great job there by Petey, and he's going to find himself up into 4th place, but now Miguel's like, ooh, I like the way that looks. I want a piece. So now Miguel here chasing Egon down. He's staring at the back end of that blue, red, and white BMW in front. He's going to take a look up the inside as we come into Aurora. Nope, he's going to back out. He realizes that might have been a little late of a move there, and he's going to give that throughway to Egon there, and he's going to reset up here. So Miguel took a look there and realized he might have been just a little bit more than he could chew in that situation. He backed on out of it. So great racing decision there by Miguel, but that does cost him some time in that chase to Egon. We got Vegas here in 7th place. He's being chased down by ATK's Death right now, and ATK's Death just chilling right now in the mid-pack. He hasn't gained or lost anything here. He is literally just doing his thing right now on the track. We got Heathen. He's up into P9. We've got Ridge Raider now in 10th place. BMW Z4 driver here. We've got another Z4 with Chip Reese as well in 11th, and behind him, Bandit chasing in 12th place in that M6, and we got Superman trying to make up some ground here in P13. He has fixed that damage, so he didn't like what the car was feeling like there, and he had to take the hit. So it'll be interesting to see how Superman's strategy works out for him here. I'm starting to think I was put in the wrong group of racers. Go Egon, says G-Bub. Soul Invictus here, he is definitely showing he's got pace here. Maybe, just maybe. Made a little bit of a misplacement for this driver here as well. Like I said, I did say he was quite fast at qualifying. He just kind of made a mistake in qualifying, which put him in the Pro-Am division. So we'll have to see how this race finishes here today. Ian coming in with that like and that share as well. We appreciate you, my guy. ATB here in 3rd place. We got Pete Snow in 4th. We've got Egon here in 5th. We've got Miguel up into 6th place. We got Vegas here in 7th. We've got Death in 8th. We've got Heathen in 9th. We've got Ridge in 10th place. We've got Chip here in 11th. We've got Bandit here in 12th place. And we got Superman. He's coming. He's already making time up. He's already dropped 3 seconds off that last lap off the backside of the pack here. So a nice fresh race car and some clean air. And he's starting to make some headway here. So 13-second gap right now here from Soul Invictus, our new driver here this season. Great group altogether. Absolutely, Gary. Appreciate you, my guy. You're looking good out there. It's a tough field out there this year. So Invictus is definitely in control here right now, so it's gonna. I'm keeping my eye on him. His tire wear, his tire conservation is incredible too. He's definitely a great driver there. That's Soul Invictus. So welcome to DMJ North America. That is for sure, ladies and gentlemen. CB Matt here in 2nd place. We got ATB in 3rd. We've got PD here in 4th. We've got Egon in 5th with Miguel in 6th, and these guys are just super close together here. Not a lot of space between the 2nd to 6th place driver currently here. About 2 seconds, maybe 3 seconds. ATK Death starting to try and close in on this, just 5 seconds in behind. Paul in 8th place here, he's just in behind Death. Heathen is on the hunt here as he is starting to close Paul down within that slipstream here now. So Apex Racing's Heathen maybe looking to grab a position here on Vegas Paul. Vegas Paul got that a little bit wide too. That's going to slow him down coming out of the corner. Get it, Heathen. Nolander coming in with that like and that share. Much love, my dude. And there we go. Heathen's going to take the outside coming into Ascari and going into the hairpin. He's got it done. Move done. Going right in immediately. Paul just said, you know what? Here you go, mate. Take it. We're not going to fight here. Let's not cost each other any time. Let's just keep going. So Heathen's going to grab P8. Vegas Paul's just going to tuck right in behind here in P9. And right now he's got Chip Reese and Ridge Raider battling out here for 10th and 11th place. So nice little healthy battle between the Z4s here right now in the backpack too. We'll be keeping our eye on that. Bandit here, he's only 3.8 seconds off these drivers right now, so lots of time for this driver here to make all that time up with Superman. He's coming. He is dripping time off every corner right now. He is on a mission. Nice move, says Payday. But it is Soul Invictus here in the lead, and he's going to be pitting here pretty soon. So this driver did opt to start on that soft tire, so that may maybe give a little bit of compilation to why we're seeing such a large gap here currently. We have CB Matt here, who's on a different tire compound than the race leader, and pretty much the rest of the field in behind as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how that strategy plays out here. It can still work out for Soul Invictus, of course, because, well, he's got a little gap there. It's a nice, healthy, tidy gap. Egon here in P5. We got Miguel in P6. We got Death in P7. We've got Heathen in P8. Ooh, and Vegas Paul is starting to apply some pressure here. He's going to go up the outside into Aurora, get a little bit of a wiggle going in there. And that cost him a little bit of time, so Heathen's going to hold the position off from Paul here currently, but we still got Ridge Raider and Chip Reese back here for 10th and 11th as well, battling position, and Bandit just lurking in the distance there in behind him. So here we go. Chip Reese going to take a look here as we're coming in through Kalina and up into the plateau curve. So let's see what he's got. He's going to go up the inside coming into Kalina. Come on, camera guy. Give us the action here. There we go, and he's going to get the job done. So Chip Reese going to get the inside move done on Ridge Raider as he comes out of plateau curving around Chariot. Now he's going to try and chase down Vegas Paul there in 9th place up ahead of him. So position gain there for Chip Reese. Ridge Raider's going to drop down here into P11. We got Bandit coming around here. He's in P12. He's only 4 seconds off those guys, so he is slowly but surely getting a little bit of time on him here. And Superman, he is just dripping time. He is coming. He is chasing these guys down. So Invictus is coming around here again, and what is his best lap time here so far? 54.34, 350 here, fastest lap on the racetrack currently right now. So this guy has some clean air and no pressure. I mean, he can just absolutely fly around this racetrack right now. Hey, we are well, B-Fam. Good luck to all, says Ian. All the DDR lads too. Let's go Vegas and Superman. That's right, Jonesy's missing here today. He has some family business he had to attend to tonight, and we're thinking of you, brother. Good vibes to Jonesy, chat. ATB here in 3rd place, and him and Matt, these two were battling hard all week last week. PD Snow was involved in that. He's starting to gain a little bit of a gap on Egon right now currently. Egon's still holding quite well in 5th place, and Miguel's just chilling there in 6th place. So these three haven't really lost touch with each other at all so far in the race. ATK Death about 6.8 seconds behind these drivers right now. Looking pretty solid. Apex Racing's Heathen here. He's in 8th place right now. He's making up positions here. He had a rough start to the race, but he's starting to get that recovery drive put down here. Chip Reese up into 9th. Bandit's now up into P10 there, so he's managed to find his way around Vegas Paul there as well. And Vegas Paul, oh, he made a pit stop. That would be why. We got Ridge Raider coming around. He's also made a pit stop, and Superman is right there. He is on the chase right now. He is on these guys. 2 seconds in behind those two drivers, so Apex Superman has made up that time, and he is looking now for some position here. So real tough spin coming out of Aurora there early on in the race, and is what it is. He's got his head down and he's pushing full forward here, and Soul Invictus here is nursing this BMW around right now as he's still got about half the racetrack to go here, so we might see some time gain here coming from CB Matt and ATB in behind now as well, the tires are pretty worn on that leader's BMW right now. I can definitely say that. We got Pete Snow here in 4th place. Egon chasing in 5th. It's interesting seeing the strategies at play here right now. We got ATK in 6th. We've got Miguel in 7th. We've got Heathen in 8th. He's trying to put some pressure on Miguel here. Chip in 9th. Chip's having a good day here so far. Bandit here in P10. He is just doing his thing right now, and he is just staying nice and consistent. We got Vegas here in 11th. We got Ridge in 12th, and Superman. Superman's on the prowl. You can see him now. He is in sight. So Superman, a little bit of hope for a driver that's kind of on a recovery drive. You just keep putting your head down. You keep driving. Hey, Death is lurking. We appreciate that. You know he is. He had a great race in his first race. 2nd place finish last week in round 1 here at DMJ Vroom Room. Pro-Am division choice of weapons. So it was a great debut for ATK's Death, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here over the next 26.5 minutes to see if he can repeat that here. But right now, Soul Invictus is definitely moving around the racetrack here. He is allowed to change his tires. I do know. He is aware of that, right? Woo! Well, I'm not sure what that was there. Yeah, we got penalty being served there by Miguel, and Heathen grabbing the spot on Miguel there, I think is what we just saw there. I think we just missed seeing the penalty over Miguel's car, but that quick slowdown from Miguel tells me that what we saw there. So Heathen's going to grab up P7 here now, as Miguel had to stop and serve a little bit of time from our race officials here on the racetrack in Italy. Chip Reese is going to gain some of that time too now here in 9th place. Could be quickly a 3-way battle. Bandit here in 10th place. He's just flying around the track here right now. We got Vegas here in P11. Soul Invictus now coming into pit lane. Ridge Raider here in P12. We've got Superman here in P13. So it is Matt now in the lead of this race, as of course Soul Invictus had to go and jump into pit lane. So CB Matt leading the way, ATB in 2nd. We got Pete in 3rd. We've got Egon in 4th, and we've got Soul out on some fresh tires here now in P5. We've got Death here just in behind in P6. We got Miguel and Chip Reese coming down, and Heathen here in turns 1 and 2 And very, very close together are these three. We might start seeing some battles developing. Bandit just coming down that straightaway here right now. And we got Vegas Paul coming in through Sleepy Hollow. Ridge Raider and Superman just coming down through Sleepy Hollow here as well. So Superman is in the slipstream here now of Ridge Raider up in front here. So let's stick with this for a second. It looks like he might be close enough to make a move maybe on the Tungsten straightaway here after turn 5, I believe that is. So coming through Ascari into the hairpin here. Superman is lurking. Ridge Raider sees him back there. Ooh, a little bit of dirt on the tires there. No big deal. Manages it like a pro. Coming around, we got the sweeper here. I can't remember off the top of my head what that one's called. Sorry, chat. It's just the way it is. And then that one too. We really got to look. Meadow and Crossroads. Meadow and Crossroads. We've been having a hard time with that. This is Mountain Basin these drivers are coming into here right now. So, sorry guys, we're having a little hard time with this one. These ones are, there's a lot more names on this track. Super glad I woke up to catch some of this. A facts, no line. I hope you're feeling well, my dude. But it is Superman. He lost a little bit of time there. So Matt up 2 seconds up the road here right now. ATB chasing here in second place. We got PD in third. We've got Egon in fourth. Ooh, a little wiggle there from Egon. We got Soul chasing him down here in fifth place. So after his pit stop, he settles out in the mid-pack here. ATK Death in sixth. We've got Miguel in seventh. We've got Heathen in eighth. We've got Chip in ninth. We've got Bandit in 10th. We've got Paul here in 11th. We've got Raider in 12th place. And Superman is on the hunt here, right there in 13th, just in behind him here. So anybody's race still, chat. Definitely anybody's race, but definitely a little more of a spread out race, a little more of a patient race from our pro division. But I shouldn't say that, because at about this point in the race, things were pretty calm in last night's race in our pro division as well. It didn't really start to kick off until all those pit strategies started coming into play. And now we got a battle here between Soul and Egon here. So Soul's going to go on to the outside here as we're coming into the mountain basin. And it's a tough, difficult, undulating, downhill, sweeping corner. It's really hard on tires. It's really hard on the car. And look at that great momentum as he goes for the switcheroo here, the inside out, the outside in, I guess, on this case. And he's going to get the job done there, move himself up into P4. So Egon's going to slot back into P5 here, and he's just going to sit in behind this guy. Now, if I were Egon, I would be all over this guy's bumper. That guy is flying around this racetrack tonight. ATK Death here in P6. We got Miguel in 7th. We've got Chip in 8th. Stefan coming in with that thumbs up. Appreciate you, my guy. We got Heathen chasing him right now. 1.3 seconds is that gap, and Heathen is definitely on the move here. He is trying to do everything he can. Oh boy, he just got a little bit too much on the throttle going uphill there, and well, he's going to have a little chat with Barry R there. But that's all right. He's still on the go. Bandit is still a few seconds in behind here, but you can see that 2 seconds just drip right off of him there. So Bandit has a little bit of damage on his race car here as well. We got Vegas chasing here. He's only 4 seconds in behind Bandit here in 11th right now. Superman has made his way around Ridge Raider. And Ridge Raider, I think, of course, making a pit stop there, if I'm not mistaken there. So making a mistake maybe, too, as well. Superman's got a good gap there, 12 seconds. Superman's next target is up ahead of him there with... Ooh, we got Ridge Raider. That looks like a DC, chat. I don't know. That does exactly what that looks like. Yeah, well, that was a lot of adrenaline pumping last night out of that race, I bet, no liner. That was a crazy race. Yeah, we did just lose a driver. That was totally a disconnect. That's exactly what I just saw there. So we did lose Ridge Raider here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that's 2 weeks in a row, so we're going to have to take a look at that. I'll be talking with my staff behind the scenes tonight. It could be a host issue, or it could just be a connection issue. Of course, the driver was a little bit laggy, but it doesn't still change the fact that we'll do some total testing in the off days here and see if we can try and make that a little bit better for our drivers. We got Chip Reese here in 8th place. We got Bandit now up in the 9th with that disconnect there. Oh, we've lost another driver. Oh my goodness, we've lost 2 drivers. Oh boy. Okay, CB Matt here in the lead. We got ATB in 2nd place. We got Pete here in 3rd. We've got Soul in 4th. Egon here in 5th. We've got ATK Death in 6th. We've got, Miguel battling with ATK Death there a little bit. Ooh, a little bit of a bump there between the two of them. I'm not sure what that was there, but ATK Death get a little bit of a slide coming through the corner there, but he gathered himself up. No damage on the race car, so a little bit of time loss there, but still no worse for wear. We got Chip here in 8th place. We got Bandit battling with Vegas Paul here for 9th and 10th right now. Bandit on that inside line here as we're coming up in through. Whoa, he just about lost that back end there. Vegas is going to go up the inside here. He's going to try and get the job done on Bandit's mistake here as we're coming up through the Cappuccino S's, and that is massive respect shown by those two drivers. This is going to be Vegas Paul now slotting up into P9 there, up ahead of Bandit in 10th place. So Superman here in 11th, 13 seconds is that gap now he's got to make up, and it is dropping. So it's super unfortunate for Ridge Raider and Heathen here, both dropping out of the race here today. So we'll definitely be looking at maybe switching hosts here next week to see if we can get a little bit of a better connection, I guess. That's unfortunate. I'm so sorry, guys. Appreciate you guys. I'm gutted for you guys. Thank you for being here. You're still going to get points, the boys. You're still going to get some points. ATB here in 2nd place. We got Soul in 3rd now, so he's made his way around PD, and this driver's got some pace, so we're going to have to keep our eyes on that. We got ATB just up ahead, 4 seconds up the road, getting a little bit wiggly there, coming out of the corner. Still can't remember that name of that corner. Come on. Meadow. Yeah, he's in DC'd, Payme. Soul Invictus here in P3. We got PD here in 4th. We got Egon here in 5th. We've got Miguel in 6th. We've got ATK in 7th. We've got DDR Vegas Paul here in 8th. We've got Bandit Knight, Chip Reese in pit lane. And Superman going to grab that spot from Chip here, but it's going to be close. So I'm glad we went over this in the driver's briefing. So what happens in a situation if we have lap traffic and pit traffic coming out of pit lane and into corner 1 at the same time? The pit lane traffic does own the inside of turn 1 or Ascari, but it is also their job to maintain that line going and heading in towards turn 2 hairpin, so that the driver on the outside of Ascari now has, just maintains his line, and that gives him the inside to turn 2. So just a little bit of cooperation between hot lap traffic and pit traffic keeps everybody safe and sound here in the race and doesn't ruin anybody else's races. So I'm glad we covered that there in the driver's briefing today, because we almost seen an example of it right there. But Soul Invictus is starting to chase ATB down here right now. PD here in P4, and he is him and Egon here, both looking like they're going to be pitting here soon, in my opinion. We got Miguel in 6th and ATK right there in 7th, and I mean, he's not far behind here. Vegas in 8th, Bandit in 9th, Chip now in 10th, and Superman in the distance. He's lurking there in 11th. So 2 positions gained for Superman due to disconnections, unfortunately, but still points gained for Superman here tonight as he's still continuing that recovery drive from an early on incident. So it's going to be interesting to see when all our drivers pit now. So you can see some different tire compounds on the screen in front of you. It gives you an idea what these drivers are on. We'll drop the banner pretty soon. We're at 22 minutes in, so a little over halfway through our race here. So everything's fairly settled down. We got Soul Invictus really starting to put some pressure on ATB here. ATB does have a little bit of front end damage on that race car as well. So Soul Invictus is starting to really pull in on him here. ATB got a good run up the hill coming into the Cappuccino S's here, so doing a good job at fending off Soul Invictus there. And he's a pretty quick driver, so he's going to be a tough task. He's on some fresh tires here as well. ATK Death here in 5th place. We got Egon now in 6th after his stop. Miguel in 7th after his stop. Bandit's in 8th. Vegas is in 8th. Bandit in 9th. Chip in 10th. And Superman just in the distance, a couple seconds in behind there in 11th place. But Matt right now leading things here, last week's winner, now leading the way here midway through round 2 at DMJ for North America. Lost power to the house. Oh, brother, gutted for you, my dude. Oh, Chris is still there. Chris is still there. It is all good. But yeah, we lost Heathen as well, so. No, Chris is still there. Chris, knock on wood, John. Pete here in 4th place. We got ATK in 5th. We got Egon in 6th. Miguel here in 7th. We've got Vegas in 8th. We got Bandit in 9th. We got Chip in 10th. And Superman here in 11th. We did catch that on the stream. I knew you DC'd, Keith, brother. I'm sorry to hear, brother. You'll still get points. You'll still get points. It's not all, at least all for nothing, my man. I hate it when that happens. We hate DCs, chat. It's one of my, I hate it. Absolutely despise them. CB Matt here in 2nd place. Soul Invictus still chasing. He's got 3.3 second gap here. He is on fresher compounded tires, but Matt proving to be a worthy opponent here right now. PD coming into pit lane, ATB coming into pit lane, Death coming into pit lane as well. Egon smoking those tires on the front end of that car coming around that corner there, wearing some of them their tires up, getting them all heated up. But that's going to be P3 for him. No, it's P4 as ATB comes out just in front. And here's a prime example of what we're talking about here. ATB owns the right to that corner coming in, but just far enough away where you can tuck into the proper line there. So good job by these two drivers, one coming out of pit lane, one coming down at speed. We have PD here in 5th. We've got Miguel in 6th. We've got Death, ATK Death here in 7th. We got Vegas coming into pit lane here. He's in 8th. Bandit's going to go around and grab that position from him. It won't let me go through. Come on. Come on. There we go. Paul's out quick. Splash and dash there. Chip under fire right now from Superman here. So Superman has closed up that ground on Chip Reese here, and he is starting to apply some pressure for that P10 position. But see Matt doing a fantastic job up in the lead here, but definitely going to be needing a pit stop here very, very soon. Second place driver Sol Invictus here chasing, and he's been doing a pretty good job at reeling these drivers in, but I think he's going to he might be on a 2-stop strategy, he might be on a 1-stop. It'll be a very long, hard tire stretch on a 1-stop strategy if that is the case. We got ATB here in P3. He's stopped and gotten his tires. Egon here in P4. So we're at 26 minutes into the race. There's 14 minutes remaining. So we're definitely seeing some 2- and 1-stop strategies here today. We got PD in 5th. Matt coming into pit lane. Sol Invictus going to take the race lead back with that pit stop from CV Matt. ATK's Death here in 7th place. Bandit up at the P8. We have Vegas here in 9th. We've got Chip in 10th. And Superman is just all over the back end of that car right now. Now, there's only 4 seconds between them and the 9th place driver right now, so there's still a lot of time to make up position here on this racetrack if these drivers can just keep it right and tight, neat and clean. So Apex Racing Superman definitely looking to try and grab a spot here from Chip Reese. Ooh, you can see him just settling in there a little bit. Was coming in a little hot there, so he just threw down those anchors a little bit. And Sol Invictus right now with a 28-second lead, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens when he decides to make that pit stop here eventually. It's about a 30-second pit stop here for tires and to get in and out, so it's going to be very interesting to see where he ends up in front or in behind the drivers on the, older tires essentially. Go Aaron, says Jahan. We got Egon here currently sitting in P3, 4.3 seconds behind second place driver Matt. We've got PD here in 4th place. He's only 2.3 seconds in behind Egon up in 3rd place. ATB is only 3.3 seconds in behind Pete right now in 5th. We just made a pit stop, so he's essentially on his out lap. We got Miguel here in 6th with ATK Death in 7th. And I mean, not a lot of space between these drivers. So, Bandit here. Did he just make a pit? He did. He's coming out from his pit stop. Chip looked like he came out. He's on a very different kind of strategy here. That was another pit stop, maybe. Nope, I don't think. Maybe, yeah, because Superman followed him. So Superman coming right out in behind him there. So, all right. Pit strategies are starting to cycle through here, ladies and gentlemen. So, we got Sol Invictus here in P1. We've got Matt in P2. Just making a pit stop himself. We got Egon in P3. We've got PD here in P4. We've got ATB here in P5. We've got Miguel in P6. We've got ATK Death in P7. We've got Vegas here in 8th. We've got Bandit in 9th. We've got Chip here in 10th. And we've got Mr. Superman on the hunt. He is all over the back end of that Z4 right now. And I don't know if he's just playing patient or if Chip is just making it that difficult for him to get around, or if he's just got a moment in mind when he wants to try and make that move. But it does look like he's definitely closing up a little bit here on Chip Reese as he's chasing him down here. So let's just stick with this here as we head down Palladium straight into Aurora, of course. And this is good racing. These guys are really sending it right now. So let's see what happens. Going to be who gets the better run here, and Superman got a great run in that M6 right there, and that might give him the position on the outside here. So side by side as we're coming in. Ooh, little spicy right there, but Chip Reese holding out the position, but Superman is absolutely taking a look here. Chip's going to go wide. He's going to have some dirty tires here. It's going to be hard for him to continue to hold Superman off at that aggressive of a pace. It's a lot of strain. It's slowing these two drivers down here. So this battle needs to be done quickly here for Superman. He needs to find a way to get around Chip very, very quickly here, so he can just continue back up the road and start chasing down the 9th place driver, Bandit. See if he goes inside here. He's got the run. He's definitely gonna. There we go. Up the inside here on Chip Reese coming into Ascari and the hairpin. Can he get the job done? He's gonna have the right line into Ascari, but it's gonna put him on the outside into the hairpin, and he's gonna take a wide entry. Look for a good, solid exit here. He's playing with it on. They're still side by side, ladies and gentlemen. And look at these two go. I can't remember what this corner is called, but hey, that's just the way it goes. Ooh, a little bit of a touch there. Chris is gonna go out wide. Give that space back, and then he's going to set back up for a re-engagement. So here we go, and he's just going to look for a good run here. Can he get the move done on the inside of Mountain Basin? No, he's a little too far back here now. A little bit of respect showing there from the drivers there, and Superman giving up a little bit too much time there, but still back in that fight. Soul Invictus here in first place. We got Matt in second. He's starting to reel in that time on that driver. We got Egon here in third. We got Pete in fourth, with ATB starting to come into the background here in fifth place as well. That was a personal best lap for him right there. Miguel coming through here. He's in P6. Let's see what he's got. It's 57.9. We got ATK Death here. And pretty consistent laps from this driver for the most part, I gotta say. He's gonna come through the 159.2. We got Vegas here in 8th place. He's having a good race here tonight too, and then he's got a nice big gap between him and the rest of the field right now. So Bandit is 36 seconds in behind in 9th place, and he's just got to focus on keeping good clean laps in front of him here right now, and not let these guys in behind catch up here. Chip is about 6 seconds in behind, and Superman is hot on his heels. Ooh, that was a big cut there. You might pick up a penalty for that one. That might have been a little too much there. As he came down, he was eating a little bit of turf on the bottom side of that Aurora Apex there, and you can see the times dripping here. 25 seconds, it was 31, now it was 28, now it's 25. So you can see the second, third, and fourth place drivers are starting to push. Egon in third place. We got Pete in fourth. He is absolutely just trying to send it right now in the Z4. He's trying to reel Egon in slowly but surely. It is working. ATB's in fifth place, and he's trying to do much of the same for Pete Snow up in front. He's trying to reel him in here as well. Miguel's in sixth, and we got just a little bit of space between these drivers here right now. ATK's Death in seventh. We got Vegas here in eighth. We've got Bandit in ninth place. Doing a pretty good job at maintaining right now. Chip in 10th, and Superman is just right there. He's just chasing. Chip Reese is just keeping Superman at bay here right now, but maybe it's just a little bit of strategy coming here too. It's really hard to say. There's still a little under 8 minutes remaining in this race, so the gap closing here from the leader, but if he doesn't need to pit, he still may be able to hold this thing down for another couple laps here. We got Mac coming around. He is shaving that time down on that driver up in front. We got Egon here in P3. We got Pete here in P4. We've got ATB in 5th. We've got Miguel here in 6th. We've got Death in 7th. We've got Vegas in 8th. Bandit here in 9th. We've got Chip and Superman. It was kicking off there, it looked like a little bit, but Chip looks like he got the run again. So let's stick with this here for a second. It seems like these two are the only two really battling currently at the moment. So hey, we're down. Battle's a battle, man. Doesn't matter who it's with. Chip's starting to look good. You know, he's really locked in here tonight. You know, he's had a pretty good race for himself here tonight for the most part. Some drivers making some mistakes here, and then this driver got just absolutely just drove away from these guys. So we'll be reassessing our split placement here, maybe at the end of the night tonight. Maybe not tonight, maybe tomorrow, but we'll be taking a look here. But so far, it's been a pretty good race. We got CB Matt here in P2. We've got Egon here in P3. PD chasing, and PD is 1.2 seconds in behind Egon now, so he is closing. It was 2.1 last time we were here. ATB is also closing though, and ATB's done messing around. He's starting to put the loud pedal down here. He realizes the clock is starting to not be in his favor here. Miguel in 6th, Death in 7th, Vegas here in 8th, and he's having a pretty good consistent race here tonight for himself too. And I thought he actually wasn't going to make it tonight, so it's nice to see him on track actually. And Superman has found his way around Chip Reese after a pretty long battle with Chip Reese there. Superman's finally found his way around him there to get a P10. He's now trying to chase down the 9th place driver Bandit, who's 5.6 seconds up the road from him. Can he reel him in and put a fight there? We'll have to wait and see. But Soul Invictus, he's losing time here to the leaders. He's still got 5.5 minutes remaining, and he lost about 4 seconds that time around. So these drivers are definitely starting to catch up. And a battle between Pete Snow and Egon here side by side as we're coming in through again. A very difficult sector to make moves in, so these drivers are, look at a cutback come from Pete Snow right there as he gets it done on Egon coming through turn 4. Great move from Pete Snow to put himself on the podium. This driver had started the back of the pack tonight, ladies and gentlemen, based off of a penalty received from round 1, so he is having a fantastic race here tonight. Egon in 4th place, and Egon's like, hold on, mate, we're not done fighting for that position yet. And ATV's like, hey, one more time you guys should battle like that so I can try and come and get that position too. I'm a-coming. We got Miguel here in 6th place, and he needs something, maybe a little battle incident to happen here to pick up some position, but he's only 11.7 seconds back, so anything big happens to any one of these drivers, to one of the drivers in front of him there, I mean, these drivers can all pick up position here still. Superman's down to 4.8 seconds on Bandit here currently. The Soul Invictus leading the way. This is the man who is absolutely cruising around this racetrack here. 17 seconds, but you know what? I'm not gonna. This guy is fast. He is definitely a quick driver, ladies and gentlemen. But the rest of these drivers in the field behind this guy, the strategies are on point here. They are reeling him in, but I don't know if they're gonna have the time. They need to keep pushing. Petey here in 3rd place, and he has immediately broken free of Egon. He is losing Egon very quickly in the rearview mirror. Egon is just becoming a smaller and smaller blue dot. But Egon's not, he's got some fight in him here. He is going to send it, but ATB is coming. He is just got the coal on the train. That thing is moving 110% full steam ahead. And he is trying to see if he can get a podium position before the end of this race. Snowlander Gaming coming in with that thumbs up. We appreciate you, my guy. Absolute legend. We got Miguel in 6th. We've got Death in 7th. We're just going to keep an eye on what's going on in the backfield here. That gap is closing between Superman and Bandit. So Soul Invictus is the man leading the way here right now, and this driver is very, very quick here, but he is losing that time. Oh, we got Miguel coming into pit lane, 4% fuel. That's going to be devastating for his race here, and I guess, you know, this driver right here has a decision to make too, don't they, ladies and gentlemen? As, well, you guys seen it. You guys can see what I can see. We got a yellow flag up ahead of Soul Invictus here, so I'm not sure who that is. They must be catching up to a back marker. Oh, it was Chip Reese. Chip Reese having a little bit of an incident there. That's unfortunate. Chip was having a good race there. Keep going, Chip, man. You're on it tonight, dude. But Soul Invictus is going to go by him here. So 15 seconds is that gap from him. The 2nd place driver, CB Matt, with a little under 3 minutes remaining. Pete Snow here in 3rd place. We got Egon in 4th, and Egon is under fire. ATB has caught up, and he is on the hunt. He is looking for a P4 here, but he doesn't have a lot of time. He needs to get this done quick if he wants a shot at Pete Snow up ahead of him here, so he really needs to decide where this move is going to be made and how he's going to get it done. And Egon is not giving an inch here. He is like, I ain't letting you get inside of me here, mate. You're going to have to do it the hard way. And here we go, setting him up for the old switcheroo. Good power, a little bit of touch there, a little bit of a touch there, but hey, you know, that is the way it is. These drivers are giving it right now, and ATB just letting up the throttle, and we're side by side here, so it is battle on as we're heading up into Colina and Plateau Curve. And boy, these drivers are running out of time here, but ATB wants a fair fight, so he's going to take it in. Nope, he's going to tuck it back in, and he is going to go in behind Egon as we come through Colina and Plateau Curve, coming into Chariot here. All right, so the little sweeping left-hander here is called Chariot. We're seeing these drivers come through right now, and something might have happened there. I think that might have been Pete Snow we just seen up ahead there. It is Pete Snow, so he must have had a wiggle. He must have had a moment. So, oh boy, this is closing in. This is going to get spicy here for 3, 4, and 5, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just get through our field here. Let's see where Soul Invictus is on the track, where he is on time, where we are on the clock time. We might see another lap from this driver here. We'll see, but that time is dripping as Matt is chasing that driver down. We got Pete here in 3rd place, and Z4 is proving to be a pretty competitive car here for these Pro-Ams tonight. Egon here, he's in 4th, and he is seeing the pressure. He's feeling the pressure here as ATB is putting all kinds of it on him here. And oh boy, battle on. He's going to go defensive. ATB's going to be like, you know what, you didn't go defensive enough. I'm just going to go for the old switcheroo. But Egon's going to block that switcheroo attempt off. Egon was ready for it there. And ATB's going to have to try and make another run, and Egon is just defending for his life right now, which is hurting any chances of a podium finish for these two drivers potentially right now, this battle. But it is a great looking battle here on the racetrack right now from ATB and Egon as we near the end of this race. So Invictus, he's got 8 seconds. He's got a dead tire. Well, you guys see, you all see what's going on there. Let's go ATB, says Nolanders. Look at the time drip and just tense, bleeding away from Soul Invictus here. And I think he is just trying to slow this thing down enough to make sure he doesn't have to go another lap around, because I think if he had to go another lap around, these guys are going to catch him. And he is very fortunate that this clock was not another minute longer, because he is going to come around here and take first place in this race. But it was a very, very close fought battle here. So first place victory does go to Soul Invictus. You can see Chip finish there just in behind. CB Matt 3 seconds in behind in second place. Almost got it done there. Pete Snow, he's going to bring it home here for a P3, and he's going to be pretty happy about that, ladies and gentlemen. That was a great drive from Pete Snow here in the race today. So GG's to Pete Snow. In battle time, drag race to the finish line. ATB's got the edge, and it's going to be ATB in P4, and Egon is going to close it in P5, and ATB just squeaking out a last second position there right down to the finish line. ATB's going to sneak out a P4 finish, and Egon's going to leave it in behind in 5th place there. ATK Death, another solid race from ATK Death here tonight. That's going to be P6 for him. Vegas Paul coming in, he's had a doozy of a race, and boy, he's got some doozy of tires on him right now too. He is basically well, he's basically riding the rims here across the finish line right now, but that is going to be a P7 finish there for Vegas Paul, so GG's to him. We got Miguel coming through. It's going to be a P8 for Miguel. That's going to leave Bandit and Superman here in 9th and 10th place, and does Superman have what it takes to reel Bandit in? Ooh, Bandit almost got it wrong there, and he is running out of time. Superman's putting on the pressure. Are we going to see another battle right down to the start-finish line here? It is Bandit coming around into Plateau Curve. Superman chasing. He's got a second distance in between them right now. Coming into Chariot. Pressure's there. He can see it. Bandit knows he's there. Coming into Sleepy Hollow. It's going to come down to this final corner. Which one of these two is going to bring it home across the line first? It looks like it's going to be Bandit. Superman gets a run. Here we go. Superman's closing in. He's in the slipstream. It's going to be nose to tail, bare minimum here. And it's going to be Bandit for P10 and Superman. P9 and Superman in P10 here, ladies and gentlemen. That was a great, great job there by all our drivers tonight. GG's, gentlemen. Hey, good job, PD. Nice 5 finish from Egon. P7, well done. That was some great racing right there, ladies and gentlemen. But it is VPR Polymath, Soul Invictus on screen with the pole position and the race win here tonight. So bonus points for that pole position as well. But he didn't get the fastest lap on the racetrack. So with that being said, we're going to save replay. Save for replay, drivers. Let's go to qualify. Let's go to unofficial results. So, ladies and gentlemen, these are the unofficial results. He did get fastest lap. Okay, I'm not sure why it didn't tell us that, but fair enough. So, trifecta for Soul Invictus here coming in his debut, and that was a big win here from him. So, good strategy, but it almost didn't work out there. If he had to go one more time around, Matt was going to absolutely reel him in and get that first place win. So, strategy was key here. That just paid off for Soul Invictus. CB Matt in second place with Pete Snow here in third. We got ATB in fourth, Egon in fifth, ATK's Death in sixth. We got DDR Vegas Paul in seventh. We got Miguel in eighth. Moving over to the next screen, we got Bandit finishing in ninth place. We got Superman in 10th. We've got Chip finishing in 11th. Heathen in 12th, and Ridge Raider in 13th. Both those drivers unfortunately disconnecting from the lobby, but they will get points in exactly the positions they are sitting in currently here on the screen in front of us. We are giving points to our drivers for disconnects here this season. So not all lost, definitely frustrating, but these drivers are still at least getting some points in towards that championship point standing. So what a finish for ATB. Hey, GG's all drivers. Well done, Vegas. Great job, podium finishers. Your controller just died. That was some good timing then, Pete. That was some good timing, my dude. Wow. PD Snow, of course, races on controller, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, very, very close call. So let's flip it over. Let's get going here. Let's get into these podium interview screens. And let's go, we'll, of course, wait for our drivers. we didn't even get time to bring up the track map tonight. These DMJ drivers, they have kept us busy for 2 very solid nights of racing here this week in the comms box. We couldn't even get all the visuals put out on the stream for everybody here this week. So, first and foremost, GG's to the drivers. They put on a show this week. Well done, all, says Payme as he sweat and then fire. That was some heat. That was some heat. Yeah, me sweating, says Bad at the Superman. Absolutely. So, some great stuff here by our drivers. So, we got Matt up in the house. Soul Invictus is new, so he may need a little bit of direction here from the group just to get him in the right place. And then we'll be waiting for PD. PD will be there in just a second. So we'll let these drivers kind of catch their breath here for a second and all that great stuff, ladies and gentlemen. But wow, what a race here this week. You know, driver of the day. We talk about a driver of the day award, which we don't actually have, but I got to tell you, Pete Snow here today, coming right from the back of the grid, no qualifying, cold, just coming in absolutely cold, and just sent it, and coming in with a very strong P3 finish here today. So driver of the day definitely belongs to Petey. But Soul Invictus, this guy's fast. He is an absolutely blazing fast driver, and boy, he is going to add some competition here to the series in this Pro-Am division as well. I think we'll be taking a look at this race a little more closely as a staff here tonight. Maybe we might have to make a decision to move him up into that Pro lobby, but that will be determined before next week's race. We just want the splits to be as even as possible. So, but nonetheless, he had a great race. The strategy still almost bit him. Yeah, you're good, Petey. You take your time, my guy. You take your time. All right. So we do have Matt. Matt is our second place finisher. So let's go talk with Matt for a minute here. There we go. We'll talk with Matt for a minute. PD said he needs a couple of minutes here before he's able to speak. He is a family man, ladies and gentlemen, like all the drivers are. They all, have scenes in behind lives in behind the scenes, of course. So let's talk to CB Matt. This was last week's round winner. He come home with the first victory of Season 3 for the Pro-Am division. He had a great race in his debut here at DMJ North America. Coming in tonight with some confidence built up, obviously with a great strategy and plan. He was here in that BMW Z4 here tonight, and literally that clock needed 10 more seconds and he would have had a first place finish here today. So really great racing from you here today, Matt. And I mean, that was a tough one out there. The new face here coming into the series today that just qualified is quite quick out there and had a pretty good strategy himself, but you were right there. You were knocking on the doorstep at the end of this race. So another great race from you, and tell us a little bit about it and how was it for you tonight?
Yeah, another good race. Tough one. Lots of different strategy options potentially there, but obviously number one, happy with another podium finish to come off of a good start last week. So, Paulie was when he laid down that lap in quali, I was kind of thinking that we're going to be in trouble. It was going to be a tough fight today, and I knew that he was on softs in that first stint. So it's just kind of like, stick to your guns and hopefully something happens at the end where he's got a fuel manager, tire manager, do another pit or something. So almost worked out, but yeah, pleased with the result for sure.
Absolutely, and a really quick driver. I mean, he just qualified a couple hours before race time here to find out where he was going to settle up in the series. And I mean, honestly, he just kind of made a little bit of a mistake qualifying. That probably should have put him in the pro division, but that doesn't take away from what you. I mean, at the end of the day, he only finished 3 seconds ahead of you. So I mean, you cannot take anything away from these pro-am drivers chasing this man down. He's quick, but just because you're the fastest driver in the field, it doesn't mean that you're going to win every race, and it doesn't mean that you're going to win a championship. The consistency pays off, and right now, CB Matt and ATB are proving to be some of the most consistent drivers here in this division already this season. CB Matt coming in with a clutch win last week, and then of course a second place finish. So lots of momentum, lots of confidence boosting. You got some new competition coming into the field. Obviously, what's your thought process, I guess, now as we head towards Spa next week?
Yeah, feeling confident about the start to the season. Spa, I enjoy the track, and lots of carnage can possibly happen there. So if that's going to be a sort of a damage limitation race, I think, in the grand scheme of things, and all about strategy, and trying to figure that, and hope we don't run into any rain. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's been a really interesting start to the season, and I got that second car knocked off the list early in the season here. So it's not something you got to think about later on in the season for that 5 bonus points. So yeah, looking forward to the next one and the ones to follow.
Absolutely, and I mean the racing is proving to be very difficult out there. It's a very close field, especially those top 5, 6 drivers we're seeing in the first 2 rounds. You guys have pretty similar pace. If the strategies were exactly the same, I think we'd see some nose to tail racing out of these drivers potentially for a whole 40 minutes. So, great racing out there, and of course, I'm sure the team is quite happy. They got a couple of the boys on the podium here tonight, of course, with the new drivers stepping in as well. So. Pete Snow, he was coming, he was tracking, he was chasing you down. Was that on your mind as you were trying to chase down the leader, or was your focus straight on just watching that time gap just bleed away as the race was coming to a finish there?
Yeah, like I was, I didn't know what anybody's strategy was behind me when I came out of the pits. I stretched that first in as long as I possibly could. When I came out of the pits, I think I was around 4 seconds, and it was hanging there for the first couple of laps, and then I slowly started to build that up to 9, 10 seconds, and I started to feel comfortable about you know, even if somebody was flying behind me on softs, I felt like I could hang on to it. And then it was just focused on putting in solid laps because I could tell that Paulie in front of me was starting to slow down a little bit, and I was thinking if I could just keep chipping away at him, I might get him. But if we're going to lose to somebody, let's lose to a teammate. So pretty pleased that we got 2 VPR guys on the top steps of the podium.
Well, absolutely, and much of the same thing for the Apex Racing team in the pro side last night too, having 2 of their drivers standing on the podium there last night as well. So much the same thing for our VPR race team here today in the Pro-Am lobby as well. So good showing for you guys again. And anything you want to add? And thank yous.
No, nothing to add. From a thank yous, obviously, again, Tim, for you and DMJ and all the other admins and volunteers that put this on. Obviously, you're putting out a really good product. The stream is always awesome. So thanks to you guys. Doesn't happen without you. Again, same as last week, wife and kids for letting me put in on uninterrupted time behind the rig. Fellow racers, 2 good races, 2 nice clean races to start the year. And I think that's only going to get better as we start to bunch up together. Our sponsors at VPR Racing, Munson Restaurant Group, Capral Sim, IMB Racewear, Lely Alta Entertainment. Again, they help us out big time, and obviously the team. Again, thanks to the boys for having lots of laughs and putting lots of laps in around the track and getting them better and better every week. So looking excited to what comes next.
Absolutely, and again, just another great drive from you here today. I know the first time that I ran laps with you, I definitely seen a lot of potential with you, and it is very quickly starting to show up here, week in and week out here at DMJ. So thank you for your support here in the series, and can't wait to see you in France for Spa. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thanks, bud.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we do have Petey. Are you ready there, good sir? We'll let him weigh in when he's ready here. So we'll just talk for a minute, chat. He looks like he's ready. All right, man. Are you good to go, or you need another minute?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm driving. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, all good, all good. All right, my guy. We'll keep it short and sweet for you. I mean, you had a good first round. You had a pretty good race in the first round. You had a good finish. You had an unfortunate incident on the racetrack. The stewards threw down a little bit of a qualifying ban penalty on you, and you got a great race start here tonight. So let's start about that. That start. Did you just find the right line at the right time and just pick up a bunch of broken hearts there? I mean, you moved through that field so quickly. So let's talk about that to start with. That race start. I mean, were you just feeling good at the beginning of the race? Maybe that little bit of sitting time, just sitting there watching going on, and I mean, you just absolutely capitalized there. So let's talk about the start of the race there. What unfolded in front of you there? Because you grabbed up about 7, 8 quick positions.
Yeah, well, one thing I can say is I've definitely been working on my starts the last few league races. I was actually kind of excited that we raced there last night because I believe the dailies were in reverse, and I actually like that track in reverse a lot better. But I mean, I've definitely been working on the starts, learning how to use this TCS control off the launch with the e-brake, and it worked out pretty well tonight.
Absolutely. Well, you got a great start, and then I mean, you got very quickly up into that top six, and then you just kind of put your head down and you stuck to your game plan, and you really just put in a good drive here tonight, slowly but surely, just reeling one driver in at a time. So, Z4, surprising choice here, and surprising car to see up top here tonight in the Pro-Am divisions. We've seen it was the M6 proved to be a little more worthy in the Pro division last night. But let's talk about the car. I mean, how did the car feel? How did the track feel here today?
It was actually the Z4 was actually a last minute decision. I got off work at about, I want to say 4 today, and just bought the other two cars, the M3 and the Z, and I just tested all three of them all around the track all day up till about 8 o'clock. And then I was like, I just gotta make a choice. But I feel like that I don't really know how to explain. The M6 is a good car, but I feel like the tighter tracks, I feel like the Z4 is a little bit better.
And that may be very well be the case. I know when I was doing when I was just, we torture you guys here at DMJ. We make these races as difficult and as hard and as sweaty as we can for you guys to really put the skill to the test on the track. And I mean, every week you guys and gals answer the call, putting on a great show and putting on great races. But I guess what do you take from such difficult settings in league racing? I mean, what do you take out of all that at the end of every week? Is there good education to be gained there? And I mean, do you review those races, look over maybe some mistakes you might have made, and then try to fix that up for the following week?
Oh yeah, I definitely go back and look at the replays. I watched Pro Divisions replay twice yesterday and once the day before the race, and it definitely helps to prepare.
Absolutely, and again, we talked about that last night too in the pro race. You know how the pro-am division might have a small advantage because they get to sit there, they get to watch the race unfold from the pro division before they get the race the next day. So they get to see those strategies played out by the other drivers, and they get to see the car choices and the times on track and the fuel conservation tactics. They get to see all these things. So does that help you guys in preparing for your races a little bit? You have your plan, you have your idea, and then you go and check out that pro race. Does it really heavily change your plan, or does it just slightly modify your plan?
It's slightly modified. We run at different paces. I mean, I know one thing I'm still working on is tire wear, but like I said, when I watched the race yesterday, I definitely wrote down some notes, some pitch strategy, and I went with strategy B tonight, and it seemed to work out pretty well. To be honest, I'm a little excited about it. Only reason being is last week I believe, and I can't remember. I want to say it was WSR. We ran Spa, and it came and it was fun. And I'm getting to learn to love the Spa more and more every time I race there. So I mean, I'm probably use the Z again next week. Well, I don't know, but I probably will use the Z again next week since it worked out really well for me today. So we're gonna try.
Absolutely, and I know, guys, I'm sorry, I forgot to hit the button on the mic. I mean, again, great racing from you here. You had to take one on the chin here coming into round two and eat it at the back of the pack, but you had a heck of a drive here today for a P3 finish, and in my opinion, driver of the day. If we had that award, it would definitely be handed to you today in my eyes. So
appreciate that.
that was a really great racing out there today, and I mean, anything you want to add and any thank yous?
Oh, once again, thank you to my girlfriend, man. It's been a long week. And like I said, I drive trucks during the day, so she kind of didn't want me to race because I got to get up at 6. I got to go to Florida tomorrow. But I mean, I'm like wide awake now, pumped. Got adrenaline that's still flowing. I might go out and run a couple laps of Spa just to get some practice in. Can you hear me? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, once again, big shout out to my girlfriend. She sticks beside me, putting these kids in the bed, getting ready for the race. She's like, babe, you gotta get ready to race. So I was like, yeah, let me go. But yeah, big shout out to her, man. Big shout out to you guys, every guy out there on the track. Made it fun tonight. Very fun race, man. I really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys next week.
Absolutely, and we can't wait to see what you've got for us in round 3 at Spa. So congratulations on a great podium finish here tonight, and enjoy the family time.
Thank you, man. We couldn't do it without you either, GT. Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you. We appreciate you. All right, Chad. I know, Chad. I know. Quit
Oh, I'm
forgetting to hit
sorry,
my
man.
buttons.
Great race to the podium, to the number one driver, man. Hey, you were fast, bro. Great race, man.
Oh,
Cheers.
thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right, we're going to talk to that gentleman right here, right now, ladies and gentlemen. VPR, I think it's Polymath in the Discord, but it's Sol Invictus on the PSN screen. So that's how we usually do our driver names, is by their PSN. So we'll call him Sol, because boy, his car had some soul tonight on that racetrack. I mean, you just qualified just a couple hours prior to race time here, jumped into the race, probably not really with a big strategy play in mind, or did you have a little bit of help from the team there, coming in with a little bit of strategy options for you before race time here tonight?
I mean, to be quite honest, if I'm gonna owe it to somebody, it's gonna be the team 100%. I was not ready. These guy, Chip specifically, this guy helped me out every single step of the way, from making a livery last minute, from getting me connected with the right people last minute. Yeah, these guys are just, these guys work in unison. These guys are ready for any type of situation at any time.
Absolutely, and I mean, bottle up qualifying a little bit. I definitely knew you were a quick driver just by the qualifying, as it happened just a couple hours before race time. But you came in and you just absolutely just grabbed on the pack. Were you a little bit surprised to see that quick gain on the pack like that, or did you just figure maybe they were on a different tire strategy?
I definitely thought that they were going to be in a different tire strategy. After realizing my qualifying speed, I figured to try and get away from the pack as soon as possible, if possible. And yeah, it paid out to my advantage, and I'm happy with the results.
Absolutely. Now you come in, you make your second pit stop. You got a pretty sizable gap. I think it was about 28 or 29 seconds after you made your stop. You get onto that harder compounded tire, which of course was the required tire here this week, ladies and gentlemen. And it definitely did play into the driver strategies this week's series as well. So you jump onto that hard tire. You're getting near the end of the race. Those tires were definitely getting quite worn out, probably getting quite hard to manage, and you're watching the second and third place drivers just shed seconds off of you. What's going through your mind at that point? Did you think that you had enough time to bring it home, or were you starting to get a little bit worried near the end of that race?
Yeah, definitely. Uh, for sure. I mean, I started running low on fuel. I started fuel saving. Tires were not working to my advantage. So I just decided, you know what? I'll take it slow. I have a good gap. I'm just gonna, take it slow. There's no need for me to rush, and there's only one lap left, and just take it slow, and it paid off.
Absolutely, and I mean, if there's another 10 seconds on that clock, that might have been not quite the result we ended up with here tonight, but nonetheless, a really great drive. You're looking really good out there. Welcome in, of course, to the DMJ North America Vroom Room Series. It's great to see you, and I think the Pro-Am drivers have their hands full with you coming into the series here this season. So you are one race behind in the season, but you definitely got some pace to make up some points here this season. So knowing that you're one race behind, I guess what's your strategy now moving forward for the final 8 weeks of the season?
To be quite honest, what I'm planning to do is just sit back with the team, come up with a better strategy, calculate lap times, see what the next race holds for us, and we'll take it from there. I would say it's all about strategy at this point. And obviously, as you noticed and you mentioned yourself, I was a little lacking thereof due to the results at the end of the game. How comfort, sorry, hard tires at the end was probably not the best idea, but again, it just comes with an experience. This would be my first race in the league. So yeah, I'm just happy to be a part of this. It's a lot of fun, and I can't wait for Spa.
Absolutely. I mean, Spa's a fun racetrack. Spa's a racing racetrack. It always has been and always will be. So, yeah, I was just talking with PD. You know, it's going to be a fast race. Everybody knows the track quite well for the most part. It's a famous track. Everybody loves driving a Porsche in Gran Turismo 7, while the Porsche is always comboed up with Spa. You know, it just the game just pushes you to Spa. It just pushes you to that racetrack. So everybody knows it quite well. So the times I do expect to see are going to be quite fast here. So I guess preparation makes perfect. Lots of team practice. Do you do some individual solo practice? I mean, what's your plan moving forward here?
I mean, I definitely do a lot of individual practice because I like to just sit there and just break the track down by sections, like any other fast guy would. Um, Also, the car itself, I'd like to also break down the car as well because each car has their own little knack that you have to get used to. But yeah, only time will tell. Again, I'm super excited with Spa. My plan going forward would probably be some team practices, some individual practices. You know, of course, at the time, you know, if the time is there, for sure, practice as much as I can. But I'm just excited, man. I just wanted to compete, was able to, and hopefully this keeps on going.
Absolutely. Well, that was great. Some great racing in your debut, and we really do appreciate seeing such good skill on the racetrack here at DMJ, especially. So, looking good out there, and we can't wait to see what you're going to bring the rest of the season. And at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, fast drivers only push the other drivers to get faster. So, it's just going to continue to get more and more heated up here in this Pro-Am lobby as this season progresses. So, I mean, great racing for your debut. Anything you'd like to add to your race, and any shout-outs?
Shout out would be to my girl. She's great, awesome, allows me to do what I got to do here to get in this race and do what I have to do. Also, shout out to my team, VPR. We're more than just a team, we are somewhat of family. And one last thing I want to add is hashtag rent free. The guys at VPR know what I'm talking about when I say that, but hashtag rent free.
All right, good enough for me, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we appreciate seeing you come in, and we definitely love seeing that nice, good, great debut win. She was a close one there today, but well done. And look out for this gentleman next week, ladies and gentlemen, when he has his strategy dialed in. It's going to be a whole different ball game here for this field, chasing our first place round 2 winner here tonight, Sol Invictus. Great racing, my man. Congratulations. And we'll let you get to the VPR clubhouse and enjoy the moment with the team.
Also, G, I'd like to thank you as well, because I cannot forget that without you, this wouldn't be possible. And I appreciate your time and being so hospitable to me at such a last second to get me in a qualify, to get me in a race. Most people don't understand. Not only you have a, you know, everybody has a job, everybody has things going on, but you know, I reached out to you today, and you were able to get me in the qualify and get me in the race, which was, you know, was unbelievable. And I can't thank you enough. I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, we appreciate that, but I could definitely thank the Pro-Am drivers as well to helping out with that. You know, the Pro-Am drivers, I'm sure they know the role, they know what's going on here at DMJ. So we did the drivers briefing. Of course, I have to go live, so I had to bounce. But you know, these drivers, they stepped in behind the scenes and they made sure that this gentleman had all the important information he needed. So you know, the shout out goes right back to the drivers and everybody involved as well. So same old story, ladies and gentlemen. It takes a team to make a dream work, and that goes down right from the staff to the series organizers, right down to the participants, the racers, and the volunteers behind the scenes. So very well said. We appreciate you, my guy.
Thank you so much. You have a good night.
You too. Thank you for taking the time to be with us here today.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, what else can we say? Great interviews, as always. The drivers, very respectful. They're always very professional with the interviews, and, you know, they really do show the love where the love is deserved. You know, the families, the people at home behind the scenes in their lives, you know, their crews, their families as well. So much love to our drivers, showing that ultimate respect, as always, all the time. And I got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, VPR is in the house here in the Pro-Am division. Apex, better pick those socks up, boys, because VPR is looking strong right now. All right. That's right. You heard me, Apex. You heard me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a couple things we definitely need to sort out in between rounds here. I'm trying to sort out why we have drivers disconnecting in this lobby compared to the other lobbies, so we're going to sort that out. We don't like to see our drivers disconnect. We want them to make the race. We want them to race the whole race. We want to see where they end up. We want them to get that time, that seat time, that experience. It all matters for them just as much as it matters for us. Like I said, the drivers put in a ton of work for these races week in and week out. Dozens of hours goes into working, practicing, helping your teammates out, helping your fellow competitors out on the track, maybe throwing a couple spare parts to these teams that might be short parts on these cars to keep these drivers on the racetrack. We can't do it without each other at the end of the day. So, you know, it really does take the team to make the dream work. So let's talk about the team. DMJ Vroom Room, our esports organization, the absolute brainchilds behind Choose Choice of Weapons Season 3 here in North America. Obviously, you know, we don't have a series if it ain't for DMJ Vroom Room. So first and foremost, huge shout out to them. LWR Designs, DDR, WPR, all partners with DMJ. You know, they all play their part. DDOT's resident host over there in the United Kingdom. He does all the DMJ events. Ouch. All the DMJ events there in the United Kingdom and the Europe side as well. We had the amazing legend himself in the CoComs box with us here last night. He wasn't able to make it here tonight, but that's all right. The show goes on, and you know what? The drivers make the show. So congratulations to the drivers. Another great race here tonight. Pete Snow with an incredible drive here for from the back drive to P3, kept it clean, kept it mean, kept it right and tight, and come home with a podium finish. CB Matt, another strong finish, and really start to show that he is one of these dark horses here in the series that these drivers really need to start paying attention to. But new driver, Paulie, coming in, and oh boy, this guy can drive. These Pro-Ams are going to step the game up. They're going to have to amp it up in practice, and they're really going to have to start buckling down here as the season really starts to get underway starting next week. Round 3 is when things really start to heat up, ladies and gentlemen, and we got a racing racetrack to show it all off on with Spa. So, much love to everybody. I'm the host, GT45 Gaming, as always, and much love to everybody. Our track volunteers here in Italy, they've been letting us tear this racetrack up for a whole week now, ladies and gentlemen, testing, tuning, breaking race cars, breaking parts, smashing into walls, tearing up their grass, leaving rubber all over their amazing, beautiful racetrack. We appreciate you, volunteers. To all the timing officials, to all the stewards and track officials, appreciate you for sitting there making sure the race was still right and tight, keeping those track limits right. Appreciate all the staff behind the scenes here at GT45 Gaming, our admins, our stewards, and everybody else in between that does everything that makes things go around. Our drivers, they put on a great show week in and week out. Can't do it without them, especially. Thank you to the drivers and to you guys, the viewers, all the men and women, boys and girls out there. It is for you that we do this. This is our drive. This is the reason why we continue to try and put on great league racing every day of the week we can for you, no matter whether it's from DMJ or any other sim racing organization out there. We just want you entertained, and we want you to enjoy what we enjoy so much. Sim racing, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't matter the platform, doesn't matter the community. We just love to race, and we like to do it together. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I really hope we all enjoyed the show because it was a good one. Great race finishes, drag race to the finish line. It's just great battles. Strategies almost not working out for drivers. Everything came into play here, but nobody ran out of fuel. That is the important thing, ladies and gentlemen. Doing my chat check. I'm always doing my chat check. You know I'm doing my chat check, my guy. Of course I'm doing my chat check. I gotta tell the peeps we love them, you know, because we do love them. Because the viewers rock. All right, let me get rid of my cheat sheet. Appreciate you hanging out with me for the corner names. Let me know what you think of the corner names. Victory Race Pace Racing Team coming in with the share and the heart on the stream. We got Michael coming in with the like as well. Chris Reeves with the like. We got Aaron Benson coming in with the thumbs up. Nolander with the care and the heart on the stream as well. Kilt with the multiple shares. Ian with the multiple shares. Nolander with the multiple shares. Victory Pace with the multiple shares. You guys are absolutely legendary. We appreciate you. All the likes, the comments on the stream as well. That really does and is the most important thing, ladies and gentlemen. Keep killing it in the chat. You guys are helping the page grow just by keeping a nice active chat during these broadcasts, hanging out with each other, having fun, rooting on your favorite drivers. We can't do it without you here. Miss D, rock it again. Absolutely. She kills those maps, doesn't she, Chris? Oh, my goodness. We didn't get to show it off too much tonight, though, ladies and gentlemen, which is unfortunate. But don't worry. Our next round at Spa, we have a nice new track map for everybody to check out. And it's going to be a doozy, let me tell you. But I got to catch up on a lot. There is a lot going on here. We got YouTube comments. We got chat blowing up. Spicy race, y'all. Good job. Would have had fastest lap, but probably took it over by a second. Fast guy, says Paul. Great race, says Aaron. Well done, says Paul. GG, says Chris. Good job, Chris, brother. Top 3 podium drives over the course of the year. Have to quit sandbagging it when it comes to qualifying for division splits. GG's, gentlemen. Yeah, I know I wasn't hitting my button. I'm sorry, guys. Guys seem super genuine. Congrats, Paulie. Way to go, Paulie. Let Chip get unlapped. Yeah, you let Chip get unlapped. Family. You're not wrong. Let's get it, boys, says Chris. Hey, I heard that loud and clear, says Peve. Huge result, VPR. Way to go, Matt. Miss D rocked it again. Good show. Thanks. We appreciate you, Fast. Fast Ginger, we do appreciate you, my guy. Miss D is the bomb. Indeed, super job on the maps. Hey, we appreciate y'all. I much love to Hypre graphics too, chat. I mean, you know, they provide the visuals for us, all these overlays, the little banners, all the little fun things that we see on the stream. You know, it comes from Hypre Racing, Hypre Graphic Design. You know, great organization, great group. We've been working with them for a long time now and continue to work with them in the future. They continue to take us, you know, forward and onward with amazing looking graphics here on the stream week in and week out. So much love to Hypre Graphics. And I mean, what else can I say? What a race, chat. What a race. Highlight reels will be made for next week's races. We're going to get some clips out on YouTube. We're going to get some reels out on Facebook this week. So stay tuned to the socials, ladies and gentlemen. There's going to be lots and lots of content coming. Do me a favor, like, share, and hit that stuff up hard. Comment, just blow it up, chat. Let's make this stuff, let's go viral. Let's get this community really blowing up out there. Let's get the world to notice what sim racing really is doing for people all around the world. This community is changing lives, one person at a time, one race at a time. I'm GT45 Gaming. Stay winning. And remember, folks, you all matter.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up, cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it